Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy Fallen here for Sputnik Entertainment, and welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be making a little bit of a different type of video, and as you guys know, I've been making a lot of videos on passive income, secondary source of income. Well, this one requires you to have a little bit of luck and a little bit of skill. This is why it's a little bit different. And we're going to be taking a look at betting on esports. Of course, esports has blown up in the past few years. And as with anything getting bigger, a lot of people want to bet on. Of course, sports betting is huge, from traditional sports to horse races to you can pretty much bet on anything you can think of, even presidential elections. And of course, now it has become part of esports. And we're taking a look at a company called CSGO Lounge. I've been following them for many years. This video is not sponsored, so if you prefer a different website, a lot of things are going to be similar. But one of the biggest things that I like about it is that you can bet with your CSGO skins on it, and I'll show you how. So what happens is when you link your Steam account onto their website, you just log in with your Steam credentials, you're brought onto this little homepage. And of course, they have a Dota 2 launch, which we're going to take a look at quickly as well. But it gives you an overview of all the different live matches that are currently happening and some of the upcoming ones. So we're going to take a look at a random match, 100 Thieves versus Team Liquid. And when you click on that, you are brought onto this little page. So you have a couple different matches. So if you see BO3, which means best of three, meaning 2 out of 3 matches is the actual winner of the match, and takes home the W. So as of right now, we see that Team Liquid is the favorite one to win. There is $906 on Team Liquid. There is only $183 on 100 Thieves for overall match. Now, on top of betting on an overall match results, you can also bet on map 1, bet on map 2 as well, and you can lock in and see how much you would technically make if you were correct. So let's say that we wanted to bet on Team Liquid and we wanted to bet $10. So right now it's saying that potential winnings are $1.80. Now, of course, there is a little bit of time until this match happens. There's 3 hours and roughly 15 minutes until the match starts. And of course, as people add or remove their bets, those odds are going to fluctuate. So you have to keep that in mind. So this is just based on that. Now, just because you want to bet on Team Liquid for overall winning doesn't mean that you can bet on 100 Thieves winning map 1, or even map 2 if you prefer to. Of course, you want to make sure that you're kind of making sure that your bet makes sense. Of course, 100 Thieves and Liquid has been facing off against each other a number of times. Liquid has won 21 times. 100 Thieves have won 15 times, so it's 42 to 21. This is why it's going to be, I feel like, a little bit of a close match, and you have some idea of their past interactions, their head-to-head matches. Who won? I mean, as you guys can see, Liquid has won 3 in a row, then lost 1, and then came back for the DreamHack Masters Spring 2020. And then overall, their past matches of the teams they have played against. So there you go. Is that you would pretty much click on Team Liquid, and you would place and lock in your bet. As you guys just saw, I placed a dollar bet, and it says possible winnings 22 cents. Now, of course, 22 cents doesn't make that much of a difference for a lot of people, but I'm just doing it as an example. If I wanted to say, let's bet $100, it would be $18, which is not a bad payday by placing and clicking a few buttons. So let's quickly go back and take a look at it. So as you guys can see, there's all sorts of matches, and it's pretty much follows the same logic. Now, to dive deeper into how odds on these gambling sites work and how you should place your odds, let me know if you want to see that, and I'll give you some of my strategies that I have applied over the years in esports and traditional betting, and how I've able to generate some income, and I'll actually jump into that. So this is just my test account that I use. You can also see the ended results of who won. Let's say you missed the live match, But you can see, let's say, Agile versus Endpoint, Fate versus Alternate Attack, NIP versus Godsend, Hard Legion versus Saw. You guys get the idea. And it gives you an idea of all the different matches that have previously happened. Of course, you should keep in mind, and you should definitely read up a lot about on sports betting or esports betting before you get into it, because you do have a chance of losing money. So this is the first video that we have done that you have potential of truly losing money, because it is a bit of a gamble, or it is a gamble. So sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, but you always want to maximize your odds when it comes to that. And it kind of gives you an idea of all the matches that are coming up in the next few days. These are the ended ones, and of course these are the ones that are coming up to 22 hours. Of course, they constantly update them. They are a registered company out of Curacao. They have a contact, FAQ section, and a user agreement, along with their subreddit, VK, Facebook, Twitter, and Steam profiles. So if you click on My Bets, you see a couple of the bets that I have upcoming, the 100 Thieves versus Liquid bet that I just made, and also G2 versus Movie Star Riders. And here you get an idea of some of the matches I've played, to kind of play around with their system to kind of narrow it down and make sure I'm 100% comfortable with it. Of course, sadly, I lost some money, but as you can see, I have won money as well. And I'm not the biggest esports or traditional sports betting expert. I'm not going to lie to you, but I have managed to learn. So to give you an idea, I deposited close to $7 onto this account just to play around, just to have some fun with it. And I withdrew 6. And I still have a 380 balance available on top of these 2 bets that are outstanding. So that gives you an idea that I'm pretty much in profit on this account. And that's the biggest thing, is that you have to keep in mind that you're not going to win 100% of your bets. And it's frustrating to see you lose, and especially when you think you're doing everything right. If you're doing the right strategies when it comes to betting, it's still not 100% guaranteed, because there's real people involved on who you're betting on. It's not something you're kind of in control of your own destiny. And you have a little explanation of how it works. Simple, no odds or unnecessary calculations. Your winnings only depend on your bets and those of other players. We are newbies in the business. We guarantee you get your winnings fast. Once the match has ended officially, you immediately get the opportunity to withdraw your money you won. Convenient. We're constantly improving the service based on your requests, and our technical support team will answer any questions you might have. And it kind of has some FAQ on deposits, withdrawals, how to make bets, and all these different options, which I'll quickly jump into. So as I previously mentioned, that they have been around for quite a number of years. CSGO Lounge is a platform for betting on Counter-Strike Global Offensive matches. This is a betting website where any user can bet against other users on which 2 teams will win. If you know Counter-Strike Global Offensive and can predict the results of matches, our website will give you a great way to use your Counter-Strike Global Offensive knowledge and experience to make money. So we're going to quickly jump into back the homepage of it. And I'll kind of mention what I talked about, is that how you can actually use your CSGO skins to make these bets. So as you guys can see, if we go to deposit component of things, there's several ways you can deposit. There's Bitcoin, Visa, MasterCard, SkinPay, which we'll get back to in a little bit, Boleto, Kiwi, Yandex Money, EcoPays, Jeton Voucher, Rapid, WeChat Pay, and Alipay. Some of these, of course, I've heard of, like Bitcoin and traditional cards, but some of them are very geographical based, like Yandex. It's mostly for Russian citizens. WeChat and Alipay, of course, are more China-based, but SkinPay is how you can actually use your skins to deposit some money. And I already have this pulled up, so what you would click on is you would click on SkinPay, pay for Steam skins, and you would click on deposit. And you're brought onto this window. So once again, you'll link your Steam inventory, and it gives you an idea of how much your items are going to be worth to them, if they're going to be worth anything. Now, of course, these item prices may vary a little bit from Steam Marketplace value, because Steam Marketplace value is mostly used for internal purposes. It's not a tight science. I mean, if you look at any sites that sell skins for real life money, if you look at any gambling sites, they oftentimes don't follow Steam Marketplace value. So don't think that they're trying to scam you. It's just the Steam value and real life value are often different, and oftentimes the real life value is less than the Steam market value, because a real life value you can use for anything versus Steam marketplace value is only tied to the Steam marketplace. And sometimes they don't want your items. So here are some of the items that I have on this account. And oftentimes, as you can see, we cannot buy the skin. And it constantly varies what they want to buy, what they don't want to buy. And let's say I have this Tech 9 blue titanium factory new, and they're willing to offer me $1.12 for it. So what you would actually do is that you would choose the items, if any, you're interested in adding to your inventory, and you would click on Add Funds to CSGO Lounge. And what would happen is that it would see it as a deposit to your balance. So as right here, you guys can see, here are my deposits. I actually, only deposit way I have used is with SkinPay. I deposited $6.96 on April, and then I withdrew several times $3, and which we'll get into in a second. But it's very quickly, it's pretty much immediate, and allows you to quickly transfer your skins so you can potentially make even more money. Now, once again, keep in mind that you have a chance of losing. It is gambling, so be careful. I don't want you guys to lose more than you can afford. That's kind of the rule of thumb when it comes to betting or trading, that you want to be careful. Don't put all your money into it. And of course, like I said, you don't have to buy skins and then try to transfer them over. They do accept Bitcoin. Like I said, there's all these different sources of payment that if any of them you have, it's very quickly to deposit. And when you're replenishing the amount of $50 or more, the payment system commission is not charged, which is nice. Now, of course, if you do get lucky and you want to withdraw, there's several ways you can withdraw as well. If you enter an incorrect wallet number, money will not be refunded. The processing of withdrawing requests usually takes less than an hour. In some cases, it can take up to 3 business days. Bank card transfer, blah, blah, blah. You guys can read through these terms. And of course, there is a few different ways that you can withdraw. And some of them are constantly changing. Of course, you can withdraw through Visa, Jeton, EcoPay, Squiwi, Yandex, Market, which we'll get back into, Swap Lounge, and Bitcoin. So that's pretty cool. You can actually deposit skins and withdraw Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin and some of these do require a minimal withdrawal amount. So, for example, to withdraw in Bitcoin is performed to sums above $80. So let's say that I have $3 right now. They're not going to process my withdrawal. I mean, it doesn't make sense. And some of them do have minimums as well. You just have to make sure that is correct. So, for example, with MasterCard, it's above 30. But let's go into the market component of things. Actually, let's just quickly jump onto DOTA 2 Lounge. So DOTA 2 Lounge is also owned by the same company, and it's pretty much the same idea, is that you see the Dota 2 matches that are coming up in the near future. Once again, there's a bunch going out to 1 day and 5 hours from now. There's a live match happening, and you place a bet as you would have kind of expected. And you can, once again, same concept. They're very much similar. Their UI is very nice. If you've been around with them for a long time, they have an old version of the site, which I've been used to. But I think it's pretty self-explanatory. I think the bigger aspect of things that I need to make is how to maximize your odds on sports betting or esports betting. But let's quickly go to withdrawals. And I can show you guys how you can withdraw. So let's click on withdraw. And we're going to click on market.csgo.com, and it actually, pretty sure it is owned by the same people, or they have some sort of a partnership, because it gives you an idea of all the different skins you can withdraw. So there is a combination of all sorts of items, and let's say that you made a profit, you want to cash out, but you want to cash out on to CSGO skins once again. And here are all the different items that are available. And of course, all their varying prices, qualities, etc. But let's take a look at a random skin. Here's a nice Nova battle scarred. So it's going for 16 cents. And you can see that there is a couple different floats, etc. You give you an idea. I'm not going to kind of give you a full tutorial of items, but you guys get an idea. Of course, it's fluctuating from low to high, and you click on purchase. And what happens is that individual that owns this item gets a trade offer. And if they want to accept that offer, they have some time to do so, and you buy the item. So you can easily convert skins into more skins once again if you're lucky. And if you do see this logo, this means that it's cheaper than on Steam, which is pretty cool. For example, this SG553, Adonai's Navy Factory New, and apparently it's going cheaper than on Steam price. It's a pretty skin, so once again, you would click on purchase, and it would submit an offer for purchasing, and quickly afterwards you have an offer if it is confirmed. So let me know, guys, if you want me to make a couple more videos on betting, and especially when it comes to esports betting, some of the strategies that I have been using for quite some time, best ways for you guys to maximize your odds of winning. And they have a nice little history of purchases that have happened on the website. So let me know, or if you're familiar with sports betting, I would love to hear some of the strategies that you might use, or what do you think about esports betting? I know it's a little bit seen as a gray area, especially it being unregulated in many fronts. Of course, it allows you to be potentially exposed to scams and scammers and fraud. This is why I'm not covering a lot of casinos that try to emulate traditional casinos like roulette, etc., crash sites, because I have my personal opinions on them. But sports betting is a little bit different, because you're actually betting on a team, versus that is something that is technically controlled by a machine. This is actual proven odds, and you can see that so-and-so team won, so-and-so team lost, and it's a viewable result, versus you cannot see a lot of underlying technologies on a lot of these other gambling sites, or case unboxings, etc. So I'm not going to be taking a look at them, but if you guys want me to make more videos on sports betting strategies, etc., I would love to do so. Thank you very much, guys, for all the love you guys been showing recently. I'm excited to keep making videos for you guys. This is probably the most fun I've had in a very long time, and I'm trying to make all sorts of content. From passive income to I made videos on electric scooters to e-commerce platforms. And if there is something particular you want me to take a look at or review or give me my opinion on, please let me know. And of course, when the world goes back to normal, hopefully we're going to be making a lot of videos on location, traveling, interviewing people, working with companies, and I cannot wait for that to happen as well. Hopefully everybody's being safe and having a wonderful summer so far. If you want to stay in touch with me, all the social links are in the description, as along with my vlogging channel. I put out daily vlogs, close to 3 months of daily vlogging, which is kind of crazy. But also, with these kind of videos that I'm doing, screen share recordings, I do plan on adding a camera. I know that I gotta keep up with the modern times, kind of refixing my home office for the time being. But as soon as that's done, of course, you guys going to see my beautiful face out there. Thank you guys very much for all the love. If you want to stay updated, click that subscribe and the bell notification so you can be part of the notification squad. And I'll see you next time. Peace.